Locally owned Murfreesboro, the podcast. The people and the stories behind what makes Murfreesboro matter.
Where we get to know the people you need to know in and around the borough.
Hi. Welcome, everyone, to Locally owned Murfreesboro, the podcast, the most originally named podcast in the world. We're so excited to be here and having great conversations with people from Murfreesboro, and we are excited to represent and interview Murf Branco. Thanks for the shirts. These are awesome. We have Jared and Chelsea.
Megan.
Why did I say Chelsea?
I don't know why.
That's all right.
That face. Wait, just
Her
kidding.
face is like, Megan.
Take two. We have Jared and Megan. Thanks.
That on post.
Thanks. There's no
No,
post.
there's no
This
post.
is all
Not
me.
today.
This is all
Oh,
me.
yeah, I guess we could. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
That's
Jared
good.
and
It's
Megan.
good. It's authentic.
Megan, we're so glad that you're here.
You have to
Just keep saying it. Just keep saying it.
It's Megan. It's Megan. It's Megan. It's Megan. See,
Yes.
I told you I'm a lot. So we're excited. So first off, I want you to guys tell us, what is Murf Brand Co. So people know.
That's
Okay.
you. Mm-hmm.
So Murf Brand Co. is an apparel and gift business. We do Tennessee-based and, more importantly, Murfreesboro-based apparel. We do a lot of other stuff as well, but like we're really gearing it towards Murfreesboro. Try to have a good local place to have representation for the borough.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I found you guys on Etsy. That's where I found them. And now this shirt I'm wearing now, I purchased at the Oflo Bake Shop. So excited to learn more about that. But the big question that we ask is, why Murfreesboro? Like, how did you get to Murfreesboro?
So it kind of started with me. I moved up here in 2005, right out of college. I went to Texas A&M and
Aggies!
yeah, gig 'em. And our uncle lives up here, and his girlfriend at the time was the front desk receptionist at Channel 4, and they needed a marketing assistant. And so I'm like, let's try, and
Nice.
I came up and just kind of fell in love with the Nashville area and that job. And so I moved up here in 2005 and kind of slowly dragged the rest of our family up here.
Oh.
Our mom moved up here in 2015 when I had my oldest son. And then they finally decided, like, let's get up there with the rest of the family in
Aw.
2019.
2019.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Right before COVID.
right before
Yeah.
COVID. Yeah.
Got right in there.
Yay.
We don't talk
So-
about the dark times.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that's right. It didn't happen.
So that's how I got up here and how I got the rest of them. And I think when they were looking for a place to live, they would just drive around and mainly focused on restaurants, right?
Restaurants and things that were close. We like to be close by to things.
Nice.
We
Yeah.
don't want to be out in the middle of nowhere.
And they just fell in love with Murfreesboro.
So Aggie's College Station?
Yes.
Is that right? So
Yes.
were you guys from College Station? Or?
We're from right outside of Houston, like the north side of Houston in
Okay.
Spring. And then I was in College Station for college. He was in Nacogdoches at SFA.
That's where
Gotcha.
Clint Dempsey's from.
Okay.
He doesn't know Clint Dempsey.
Is that Stephen F. Austin?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
My niece graduated from there.
Wait, was he the soccer player?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I do remember him. now.
He's the most famous person from your town.
Absolutely. No one's
Besides you.
there. Yeah.
Besides Jared. Yeah.
Oh.
Very cool. So you came up for a job, brought the whole
Mhm.
fam with you. So Jared, when did you come in?
We got in 2019. We had right out of college. My wife and I moved to San Antonio, and we did a stint there for a while. I didn't like it there, like off from the get go. But my wife was probably moving up her career, so we stayed there for a while, and then we just got to a point where like, okay, it's time for a change. I need to get out and go pursue my career somewhere.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then family all started going up there, and I'm like, I'm not going back to Houston.
No.
There you go.
And I just started looking online at what jobs were up here, and I was like, okay, there's much more potential for me up there. So
Nice.
got up
Very
here. We actually lived with our mom for, what was it, 10 months, I guess?
Was it?
Yeah,
I don't
it was-
know. I was in the throes of newborn baby
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
don't know what time was. you know,
Yes.
so-
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
made it. Good job.
Yeah,
job.
I did.
So we stayed with her for a bit, saved money, and then finally got out to the borough.
Nice. Very cool. We're glad you made it.
Yeah.
I used to
did it.
spend my summers in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
It's
So yeah.
hot.
You,
Yeah, a
you
little
know the
bit.
heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yep. So just like home. So yeah.
So how did you decide? Let's talk about a little bit about the business, because you guys both came here. Well, together you were here as of 2019.
Mhm.
Had you been started doing anything like this prior to that?
In San Antonio, I did like doing like vendor shows, but I did posters at the time. That was a dumb move on my part. No one was buying posters out there, but it got my feet wet on like running my own business. So, and then 2021, I guess it was the summer of 2021, I talked to my wife and I'm like, I think we need to do something again, like for us, because I was getting frustrated in my career, wasn't advancing where I wanted to be. And I'm like, well, if I'm not making good money, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, then might as well work for myself and actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
So,
And he's a graphic designer. That's
yeah.
what he went to school for. And he
Mhm.
literally, since we were kids, like
drawing like
he
crazy.
would want a Ninja Turtle at the grocery store. And my mom's like, we can't get that today. And she's an artist as well. So
It's her fault.
it's all her
Good job,
fault.
Mom.
Thanks, Nana.
What's Mom's
So
name?
she taught him how to draw the Ninja Turtles. And I mean, just piles and piles of paper all
Yeah.
over his room, our entire childhood, and then turned that into what he does.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Yeah.
a
That's cool.
graphic
And what's
designer.
Mom's name?
My mom is Marilyn.
Marilyn. Good
Yeah.
job. Good job, Mom. That's awesome. So
Shout out to Nana.
yeah, so took something that you love doing.
Mhm.
Oh, very cool.
I can't not draw. Like it's
always
kind of a
tinkering with
cliche, but
something.
it's like oxygen to me. Like
Yeah.
I have to be doing it.
I raised
I
one
have
of
to be
those.
creating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I get lots of pictures of charcoal hands.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know, and
That's the
yeah.
start. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah. Very cool. So I'm gonna interview you like I don't know you. So does Murf Branco have a space? How do you like where does it exist? Like how do we find that? Like tell me about that.
Currently we don't have a physical space of our own.
We're based mostly on Etsy.
Okay.
That's where all of our stuff is. And then Jared's done a really good job of, getting these relationships with people on the Square and Oflow and getting physical product in there. And we're at, is it Square
Square pop-up.
Square Pop-Up? I always want to call it Square Pop or something wrong. It's not right. Square Pop-Up on the Square, usually once a month. And I believe we're going to be out there for
I think this Saturday, which I don't know if y'all are gonna air this by this Saturday, but
No, we won't.
Yeah.
but-
Okay. we're going to be out there for some fall things,
will.
and then when they
Oh,
do the
yeah.
Christmas tree lighting in the Square, we'll be out there for that as well. So
Oh,
bringing a whole lot
nice.
of Christmas stuff with us.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I'll
but
be doing a
predominantly
scavenger
on
hunt
Etsy.
at the Christmas tree lighting too.
Oh, fun.
So yes, that's exciting. That's a fun time on downtown for sure.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. So speaking of the business side, we
Mhm.
like to, share struggles and wins. What would you say is your biggest struggle as a small business owner from Murf Branco?
I mean, from the start, before Megan jumped on board, it was running the business. Like I'm good at the design stuff. I'm good at like people relations, but like the accounting, the money
Mhm.
management,
Mm-hmm.
that's not
All
my
the nerdy
forte.
stuff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
all the boring stuff.
All
Yeah.
the necessary
All
stuff.
the
boring
necessary
but
stuff.
Necessary
Yeah.
stuff.
So she came in and she had I called it a harebrained scheme at the time, but it's working out well.
Hey.
And how to expand it and do what we want to do. So that was a big blessing. And then right now it's getting our name out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And also finding where our people are,
Yeah.
because even if you make the coolest thing ever, if no one wants to buy it, then
Right.
what's the point? So it's like getting the right product in the hands of the right people is,
Mhm.
what we're looking at now. And that's where Etsy has really helped out a lot. I didn't realize this, but before we started, I learned that Etsy is like 1/5 the size of Amazon
Mhm.
in terms of customers. So
Oh.
that's a lot of people. And
That's
so
a
we
lot of
wanted to
people.
kind of just really double down on that because there's already people there. And so if you get your search terms and your tags and everything right on your listing on Etsy, I mean, that's half the battle right there. And
I
you don't
found
have,
ya. Good
yeah,
job.
you did. Well,
Yeah.
my job is
Yep.
done.
Good job.
Yeah.
There you
so-
go, Megan.
so you got it. So that's kind of been my end of the business is,
Mhm.
getting all of our listings optimized so people can find us on Etsy, and then all of the back end stuff, essentially.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
yeah,
And I have a question because you do have also a little bit of Texas in your
we
store,
do.
which is good. Do you have a lot of people that are like not from Murfreesboro buying your stuff? I mean, you
In
can see
our
the
Etsy
data.
shop, most of the people that are buying things are not from Murfreesboro. Oddly enough, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, they're buying 4 people in
they're
Murfreesboro.
buying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're buying. Like you, of course, found us,
Yeah.
and we do have people around here that do shop there, but. Recently we had our first bestseller. I don't know if y'all heard of that song by Oliver Anthony Music, like
Yeah.
The Rich Men North of Richmond. Like something in that song really spoke to both of us. Just people are struggling right now. And
Mhm.
so we took a line from that song and Jared made a killer design off of it. And that became our first bestseller, like with the little actual tag on it
Nice.
on Etsy, like on
Wow.
our listing. So
That's
that was a huge win. I think I jumped ahead in your questions,
yeah.
but
That
Yeah.
shows
like,
you've been listening.
yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that one day because it doesn't show you that from inside your shop. And so I'll have to go, incognito and look at our
Yeah.
shop to see a couple of things that you can't see as a shop owner. And I saw that and I'm like, we did it. We got our first bestseller.
Oh,
So
that's
awesome.
awesome.
yeah, it was fun.
Well, and I mean, you do a lot of the fun TriStar stuff,
Mhm.
and then there's some Nashville stuff.
There's Nashville.
Yeah, and that
We
sort
have
of thing.
good shirts for all of like Chattanooga. We have Franklin, Memphis, Knoxville. I think there's a shirt or like a design or two at least for each of those towns.
Yeah.
I personally live in Nolensville, so we've been working on a couple of little
Love little
things
We need
for.
some
Nolensville.
Chapel Hill
Mama's.
gear. I
We
don't think
can
there's
do
any.
it. We
I don't
can
think
do-
there's any Chapel Hill
Mm,
There will
shirts
be
or
now.
anything.
There will
Yeah,
be now.
just for
Oh,
you.
boom.
Chill. I'm gonna call it Chilltown because it's C Hill.
Uh-huh.
That will be the shirt right there. Boom.
Chilltown.
And then
Oh,
with
look
the
what you done.
TriStar.
Look what you done did. Oh, I love it. Gone down,
Consider it
done it.
done.
Yep.
That's
End of
so
the
cool.
week. Watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So a big win, bestseller
Yeah.
on Etsy. What about anything else? Any other big wins that we can?
So when we first officially started in January up until the end of July, we hit 100 sales. But then in August? I
Yeah.
guess doubled it.
Yeah.
Jumped to 200 in
Oh,
that
Now
one
yeah.
month.
Yeah. And now
I saw the 100.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
it's grown. So it sometimes it takes a while to kind of prime the pump, but then when you get there and you're really rolling,
Mhm.
it's fun. And Q4 will be a big tell for
Yeah.
us, how we're going to do. We haven't gotten our Christmas stuff up there yet, but we
Oh
have
my
a
gosh,
lot
I'm
of
so
fun stuff.
excited. I
a
love
lot.
Tennessee Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I just want to repeat what you just said for our listeners is sometimes you have to prime the pump
Yeah.
and you have to do the work.
Yes.
And then, don't get discouraged.
I know a lot of people that would have given up after January 1st, like
Yeah.
January 31st, starting a new thing. And
Yeah.
Well, it's also
Or-
really fun. Like it's a creative outlet for me as a
Mhm.
marketer, and
Yeah.
just figuring out the little nuances of Etsy and the
Mhm.
search engine optimization, which was new for me. That wasn't something that I had a lot of experience with, and just, how to optimize your shop to get in front of the best people and other strategies you can use. So that's been really fun for me. And I know designing has been really fun for Jared. And
Mhm.
I would just say if there's, people out there that have the dream of starting a business
Mhm.
or are just starting, the time's going to pass anyway. And you're going to look back and be like, oh man, I could have been 6 months down the road, a year down the road by now.
Yeah.
Just do it. You'll learn. You can't know everything before you start. Just do it. And
Yeah.
you'll learn so much as you go, and you can tweak and pivot. And,
That's great advice.
so
That's great advice.
well, thank you.
Show up.
These are our people.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
are people. Well, I want to ask is for the creative side, like where do the majority of your designs come from? Like, do you have inspiration or do you just have all this stuff hiding up here?
That's a
all the
Little
above.
above.
all the above. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see something and that'll inspire a new shirt. She's good at giving me prompts, like what she sees trending, and I'll be like, okay, let me see what I can do with that. A lot of the like the first designs that I started doing were just things that just started pouring out of me when I started. Like I just couldn't stop the flow of all the ideas coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's hard to keep up with sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm the bottleneck
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, it's kind of good because I'm like one of those little cars that you pull back and then they just shoot off. And I need someone to
Yeah.
pull me back a little.
I love it. I love it.
So she pulls
Brick
me
wall.
back.
It's like hold the horse. Hold the horse.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ready to go. And so we have a backlog of shirts like ready to be pushed into our store. So But all these other little things that keep popping up, like the Oliver Anthony song, we're like, we got to jump on that.
Mhm.
All the other trends, we're like, we need to.
I feel
priority
uncool. I
that.
don't know about this. I'm gonna have
You
to do my
probably wouldn't know.
research.
Oh, you'll love the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm surprised you haven't heard it.
Oh,
That's
interesting. Okay.
You're always
We
on
won't
TikTok.
sing it for you, so
I
you're
feel-
welcome.
I feel really
You don't want
uncool
that.
now. So,
Yeah,
but I have a shirt.
you do.
Yeah.
Need a Ted Lasso shirt.
Oh
We
yeah.
can do that too.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
old fish.
Oh my gosh.
Just for you.
But I could see how that creative process could cause some friction if there's a bottleneck. Like, oh, I want this shirt out, but this one,
Yeah.
like
But
this
this
one
one's gonna
jumps ahead
sell.
and like,
Like that's real good. Like what is it? The compliment sandwich.
Right.
Where you're like, you're doing really great work. Nobody's gonna buy it, but I love it.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
it. I got it.
I think I've said that exact thing
Yeah, a
to
couple
him a couple of times. Like,
nice.
I'm like,
And-
build a dream, build it, and they will come.
Yeah.
Let's go.
well,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, like, I've worked with creative people long enough to where I know that if you shut them down enough, they will just stop.
They'll
It'll
stop.
dry up. And so I know that about him. So, like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna, it's like reciprocity, like, I'm gonna do the stuff, the shirts he wants to post. And that way, he'll do the things I want to do, and
Right.
it's a good mixture. And the fun part about working with your brother is you can tell him when he's being a butthead, and no one's going to
Likewise.
call HR, and
Yeah.
he does the same to me.
Nana is HR.
Yeah,
She does a
Nana's
good job
HR.
about, like, work together.
Mom.
HR. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. It works together pretty well,
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like an Amy
I'm-
Denson would be like, okay, it's time to focus. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just thinking like I'm those both people. Like I'm the creative and I want to create all these cool things. And then I'm like, oh, but I don't have the time to optimize it and put it out the right way. Or like,
that is 100% me. I need
Yeah.
a Megan in my life
Yep.
yeah.
because I do
Everybody does.
creative events and scavenger hunts and things like that. And it's like, why doesn't anybody know I exist? It's
Yeah.
because I spend all my time doing the creative stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. The other stuff's not so fun, right, Jared? Get in
Right.
here with me. It's not
Yeah.
fun.
I think without Megan, I probably would have stopped a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not working.
Oh, I
You
love
just-
it.
you
And
need the
I'm
potential.
so stubborn, and I'm just like, we're going to do this and we're going to get it to work.
Oh,
And
nice.
I will figure it out. And it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge.
She's,
me.
she's the good one that can figure it out. If I'm like, we need to figure this one thing out, I have no idea how to do it. She's like, by the end of the day, she'll have it figured out. Or very
Uh-huh.
close.
And I'll try to explain it to him. And sometimes I feel like Charlie Day on the wall, with the map and the papers, like, you got to do this, and just, getting really into the
Yeah.
weeds. And he's like,
It's like,
I-
I'm
Can
wearing
I
Sure.
design on
draw?
my next
Can I
shirt.
draw now? Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had a shirt. It's not creative at all. It's just a statement that I was gonna make that said, "I'll figure it out," and then it's a quote by every business owner ever.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
we'll,
true.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, we
There's
do.
always
It's what we do.
something that you don't know how to do right off the bat. And that to me is the fun part, is learning.
Yeah, I could see like I was like SEO and all this. Like I just taught
Yeah.
myself all this stuff. So kudos on that for sure. But I like your drawings too, Jerry.
Thank you. Thanks.
I can't draw anything. So
What is one thing that you wish people knew about Murf Brand Co?
Oh boy, here we go. A lot.
All
Yeah.
the things,
all
rapid
the
fire.
things.
Boom,
Well,
boom,
I
boom.
mean, at the heart of it is we're two families, Jared and his wife and daughter Hadley, and then my husband and I, and we have 3 kids. And it's every little bit is like just supporting our families, and it allows us to do the fun things that we want to do, and then pour more back into this. So what else? You want to talk about your book?
Yeah. So Wild Man. You might have seen, like, if you've seen us in the shops or whatever, we do have a shirt that says the Tennessee Wild Man. Beware the Tennessee Wild Man.
Yeah.
And that is, if people don't know about cryptids and Bigfoot, it's like Bigfoot, but it's around Tennessee only. Like they consider it's the Tennessee Wild Man.
Oh.
So I like cryptids and sci-fi and all that kind of stuff. So
We're
it's like,
nerds.
I love it.
We
Yeah.
are nerds.
Oh, I'm sucked in now.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, Tennessee has a lot of pride. Like, I think everywhere I've been, Tennessee might have the most pride in themselves. So I was like, we need a cryptid about Tennessee. So I made it, and then I was like, this has potential to be storybook. So right now I am working on a kid's storybook. It's already
Mm.
written. I'm halfway through illustrating. Hopefully I can get it done by the
All
end of
hand
this
drawn.
next year.
It's incredible.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
Wow, that's really cool.
So
When's the goal to have it?
by the end of 2024. I
Oh
would say
my
it's about
goodness.
15% illustrated already, but it's just finding the time to do
Oh
it.
my goodness. That is so cool. You heard it here first.
You
Yes.
did.
You did.
I haven't
Was
said
it?
it anywhere else.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. I was gonna say, even if you haven't, can we say that? No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
you can.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
That is
but no,
awesome.
it's
So the
legit.
Tennessee Wild Man children's book, illustrated and written by you.
Correct.
Oh my gosh. Now I want a Tennessee Wild Man shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sucked in. This is going down.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have to be a
There's a
kid to
big
buy it?
Tennessee
No.
Okay, sweet.
wild man like cutout by my house, like on someone's like fence. It's like a Bigfoot looking thing.
Like
with
a
Yeah.
Tennessee.
silhouette. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Like what? Every time I'm like,
They're all
what is
over.
that?
My favorite one is the one that's on wheels at South Branch Nursery. Yeah, it just sits on wheels and they just move it around the. Yeah, it's
my
great.
They just put one at the South Branch in near my little neighborhood, the intersection. There's a South Branch there,
Yeah.
and there is a Bigfoot statue. And he didn't believe me. I finally got a picture of it because it's you can't
Yeah.
just stop in the middle of the road and take a picture. But
Yeah.
there's a big giant Bigfoot statue. there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Then there's one on 96 if you go towards Franklin. That just
Scavenger
yeah.
hunt, wild man.
Oh my gosh, a
Find
wild
all the
man
Bigfoots in
scavenger hunt! Oh my
Nashville.
god, it's going down. Dude. Okay.
Look
I
at this
see it.
creative
I
person.
see it. I see it. Jared's with me. Like the rollout of the book.
Yeah.
We do a wild, and we do have the books for sale in all the stores, and we have a little plushy wild man.
Oh, that's coming too. That's already designed.
Oh my gosh, it's going down. It's a wild man scavenger hunt.
There you
Oh,
go.
sorry. Can I get involved in this?
Absolutely.
I was just like jumping in. Oh my gosh. Okay, creative
That's funny.
juices are flowing. All the fun
Yeah.
things. Megan, will you help us like get it out there?
Absolutely. 100%.
I love it. Awesome. Well, here's a great place to pause and thank our sponsor, Cultivate Co-working. Cultivate Co-working is a welcoming community offering an alternative office space for independent workers, freelancers, nonprofits, and small business owners. Our goal is to help small business owners and independent workers grow their business and create a useful, lively network of like-minded professionals in the Murfreesboro area. Visit cultivatecoworking.com for more information. All right. Thanks to Cultivate Co-working for sponsoring our next segment, which is our This or That segment.
Get with that, or you can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you get with this, because this is where it's at.
All right. So we're just going to do rapid fire. You both give us an answer. I'm going to start with cookies or chips.
Chips.
Cookies.
Nice.
Farm or city?
Farm.
Yeah, probably farm.
Dine in or dine out?
What do we want to do or what do we normally do? Or either.
Depends on the time.
Dine in, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I say dine out most of the time. 'Cause
Yeah.
We like takeout.
Yeah, I love it.
I like takeout, but I don't think a lot of restaurants know how to do takeout. Like they don't serve it in the proper
Way to get it
receptacles
home
to
and-
like, keep it fresh.
True.
It's like here's the
Good point.
It's never as
styrofoam.
good as in the
Yeah,
store.
right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's only a handful of places that I'll do takeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
You're like, yeah, I want that, but like I don't want to take out and I don't want to dine in. So next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Especially
All right.
Mexican food. Okay, last one, hoodie or crew neck?
Hoodie.
Yeah.
Zip up hoodie.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay.
I
Specific.
don't like things around my
I
neck.
know.
It's like
You
being
guys are the
strangled by a
same.
really weak person. It's like, it makes
You
me
guys
hot.
are the same.
I have a
for
friend
real.
who sells clothes and they all have collars. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm
Can't
never
do
going to
it.
buy your stuff.
Nope.
It's not going to happen. And there was one day that I actually wore a collared shirt. Well, Ted Lasso, I wore a collared shirt and a puffy jacket with, I was like, I'm going to die.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was for the
Like-
costume.
It was for a
Just like-
costume.
I like zip up hoodies.
That's
'cause it's like
commitment.
a wearable security blanket.
Yeah. I like it.
Mm.
My kiddo loves some hoodies and she's a creative. So, yeah.
It's a hoodie-
Very cool.
It's hoodie season right now.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
about
This
to
is
be.
faux
It-
fall. This is
It
fake
is.
fall.
Well, when you
Fall
live in a house
perception.
with 72-degree AC all the time, it's hoodie weather.
That sounds glorious.
68 degrees at our house.
That's too cold.
Yeah. No hoodies in my house.
68.
I'm coming over.
All right.
72.
Are you ready for your nugget?
Yep. Now it's time for the nugget of wisdom. Getting good. Yay. I trained you well.
Yay. Well
All right.
done, grasshopper.
Time for the nugget of wisdom. This one's brought to you by the great Jay-Z. The genius thing that we did was we didn't give up. Let this
Whoa.
quote be the reminder for today to not give up. Keep going and take inspired action.
That's right.
Not just take
Mm.
action, take
Inspired
inspired action.
Yeah, don't
Mhm.
just be busy for the sake of being busy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. You guys have a nugget? Got anything to share? Any wisdom besides?
I'm gonna share my favorite Bible verse.
Okay.
It is 2 Timothy 1:7. We're not created in a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mine is James 1:4. Let perseverance have its perfect work.
Ooh.
Wow.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
I feel like I've never heard those called out.
Mm.
Those specific ones. I
Yep.
see all the other ones, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. So
Yeah. I love it.
cool.
Yeah.
What about
I
you?
have
Any nuggets?
well, the verse that's beside my office is be still and let God handle it, you know?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Ecclesiastes. Good old time stuff. Yeah. You need not
Like your shirt. I'll
you
figure
need
it
not
out.
worry. Be still. Yeah.
Be still. I'll figure it out.
Be still. I'll figure it out. Yep. That is awesome. Well, tell us how to find Murf Franco on all the things.
All the things. Probably the best place to start would be on Instagram, just at Murf Brand Co. Our shop is linked there. You can also go to murfbrandco.com and that'll shoot you straight over to Etsy to find our stuff. But on Instagram, we also have notices on when we're going to be certain places in person and have stuff to sell.
Gear.
And spell it
shirts.
out for people because
MURF, just like Murfreesboro, but just MURFBRANDCO.
murfbrandco.com at murfbrandco.
Correct.
I asked because a lot of my out of town friends they spell it with the PH.
because they're
Mhm.
weirdos.
So I'm like, okay,
Nah.
it's
We
okay.
have
You
an
don't know.
amazing. We have an amazing chef in town whose last name is Murfree with the PH though. So I'll take it. It's fine.
Murphy. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the original way to spell it.
Yeah.
PH.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that somewhere.
General Murphy.
Yeah.
PH.
Yep.
And I would like to say that we are doing a sale or discount code just for the listeners.
Oh,
Whoa!
surprise!
What's
Boop,
the
boop, boop.
discount code?
Discount code is locally owned borough.
Locally
Nice.
owned borough discount code. Man, thanks for that. We got some goodies. We got shirts. Producer Trent got a shirt and a beanie for his bald head. Like we got stickers for our laptops and our water bottles. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Like for someone who was raised in Murfreesboro, that's the next shirt we're gonna do.
Yep.
Murfreesboro. I love
We came up with like how many
Murfreesboro.
shirts?
I love that you guys love Murfreesboro and that you're repping us well on Etsy. And for a lot of people who don't live here, who
Yeah.
knew we were so famous?
Mhm.
But looking forward to all the great things you're going to do, all the different colors and designs that I'm going to purchase. And if anybody knows me, I'm the t-shirt girl. So
Yes.
yeah, let's
Yes,
make
you
it
are.
happen. Let's make it happen.
And we do custom. So if you need something, just, holler at us.
Okay.
do it.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay.
Yeah.
Murf Brand Co. Check them out and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Locally Owned Murfreesboro, the podcast. New episodes every Wednesday on all your favorite podcast platforms. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Locally Owned Borough.